Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I'm hoping you're having a fantastic day. I'm having a fantastic day, and I'm just gonna use my little tiny unboxing knife here to unbox. I had to do that. I've been having fun with my grandpa's Bowie knife. I'm not gonna lie, but I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm having a really great day, and we are. Look at that. We got a little. Is that a chipmunk or a chickmunk? How do you say it, huh? And let's see. It comes with a little card, a little bit of information. Comes with a nice pouch, but I'm excited about this one because this one is one that should be going along with another one, and I'll show you the other version here in just a second. But this is the newest version, and this is the Vosteed Mini Acorn. Would you look at it? Just look at it. This is going to be a good secondary carry, a nice fifth pocket carry. Oh my goodness. And there are, I can't remember how many different variants. There's 3 or 4 different variants of this bad boy. So if you don't like the white, they may very well, and I'll flash them across the screen here in a minute, they might have the micarta. This is the regular Acorn. I'll show you what it looks like next to the regular Acorn here in just a second, but I don't want to get too far ahead. So they do have the pocket clip off center, and it's not reversible, but we do have a positive going on, ladies and gents. It is recessed into the liner, and there's no screws sticking out. Flat screws, recessed, total win, and you don't have a big lip. The lip of the bill of the pocket clip isn't sticking out real far. I appreciate that. And they do have a little bit of accent going on, just a little bit. What would you call that? Lime green or zombie green? A little bit of accent and good jimping. And let's get this blade out and check it out. Are you ready? Pow! Right in the kisser. It was a very slow deployment. Check it out. I already know this is going to be a good knife. Unless I find something weird wrong with it, it's going to be a great knife because like the other ones that I showed you, I carry these bad boys. I really do like the Acorn, and this is going to be a smaller version. What's the blade steel on this bad boy? Can we get in there? 14C 28N blade steel, baby. So we have good jimping, 14C 28N. It's rock solid. There's zero movement any direction, so it's very solid. You have good lockup, about 45% lockup, and we are dead centered. Oh, yeah. All right, so let me try that reverse flick again. Oh, yeah, much better. I feel redeemed. Oh, my goodness. This is going to be a sweet little secondary carry, a little fifth pocket carry. Now, from tip to tip, this bad boy, I believe, is right on the 6-inch mark. Let's take a look here. So we're coming in right at 6 inches. You have a 2-inch sharpen length and a 2.5-inch blade overall, right up here where the ricasso meets the handle. That's not too bad. And then your blade height, actually, let's check this out. For such a small knife, you still have, it's 1 inch tall. So you have a lot of room for it to, okay. It's not thick behind the edge either. This is going to be a nice little everyday carry knife. Let me wipe it off real quick. And you know, I didn't write down how much they cost, but I don't even think these cost $50. I think these were like 40 something, if I remember correctly, which means you're going to get a lot of good stuff for the price. 14C28N, G10. I'm going to guess maybe micarta. I don't know if they're all G10 or if they've got both or what, but you know, they're going to end up coming out with a bunch of different stuff. Now here is the standard Acorn, and I'll show them in 2 different views right here. But that's the Acorn. If you haven't seen my video on this, I have a couple videos out there showing a little bit more about the Acorn. The Acorn itself has a really neat pivot collar. This is a fantastic knife. I mean, I absolutely recommend this knife, and I don't see why I wouldn't recommend this as a secondary carry for this one. What a pair. And let me put them like this, because there's a little bit difference depending on the slight angle of the camera. Now, here is another knife I want to compare it to. Here is the Vosteed. Let's get this right up in there. The Vosteed Mini Nightshade. So that's, if you have a mini nightshade, and most folks that like Vosteeds tend to collect them and have just about one of everything. So the mini nightshade and the Acorn, the mini Acorn, are just about the same size. And what's another one? Actually, I could do this. Here it is in between the mini Acorn, or the mini nightshade and the nightshade. There's the big boy, there's the little one, and let me switch them just for a little more reference. And I'm going to put some other knives up here real quick that are popular, just so you get an idea. We got to put up the QSP Penguin because everybody should have a penguin, right? So if you have a penguin and you know this, you know that a penguin is not a large knife, it's a medium-sized pocket knife, right? So that's what you're stepping in. This is a little 5th pocket carry. So you ladies that have the shorter pockets, this right here might be a really advantageous style knife. I know my wife has some pants that she can't even fit a knife like the penguin in because it's too deep for her pockets. Now here is another Vosteed, the Vosteed Raccoon. This is a nice regular size knife. And let's see, let me get this one out here. I think I have 2 more just so we can dial it in, just so you can get a really good idea in case you have one of these comparison knives. This is the CJRB Pyrite, and this is the Civivi Elementum 2 button lock. Now do you know where we're at? Do you smell what we're stepping in? And before I even unboxed this knife, I knew what I was getting into. I was like, there's no way this is going to be a bad knife. So it's absolutely solid. And with my hand, for all you newcomers, everyone that's already been here, you've heard me tell the size of my hand 1,000 times. But from here to here, it's 4 inches. From here to here, it's 3.5. And from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. And just like this, oh yeah, oh my goodness, wow. That's one of those knives that just, it's dreamy. Okay, it's 10 out of 10 on the ergonomics. It's that good. And this jimping is El Perfecto jimping. Oh, it's so good. That's how jimping's supposed to be done. When you pick this up, your hand just naturally conforms. Just, oh my goodness, that is so good. This is gonna work for most of the tasks. You know, if you're a knife enthusiast, even if you're not a knife enthusiast, this is one of those perfect everyday carry folding pocket knives that you're gonna get out for everything. And it is also a front flipper. I almost forgot to bring that up. Let's see how the front flip works. So far, yeah, it has a nice grip on it. That jimping comes out and does grab my skin. That is how you do a front flipper. So that's easy to operate. And look at that. You can also very easily index flick it because it has good grippage. Oh, I love good grippage on the jimpage. So the ergonomics are good. The action is good. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of a negativity thing about it. There's nothing negative about it. It has a captive pivot. It has caged ceramic ball bearings. You have different options. It has good blade steel, has a nice tall flat grind. It's not all the way to the top. You see you have a little bit of flat going on right here. The top of the spine is not sharp. It's slight. If you look right there on the edge, you can see that the edge of the spine is even chamfered. They thought of all of the small little details and added those in there. And now if I were gonna hold it back here, that would be a little weird because my hand would be so far away from the heel. It's made to hold like this, and it's very, very, very comfortable. I'm not gonna be able to explain to you just how comfortable this is. This is gonna be whatever task, you know, if you're peeling an apple, cutting an orange. You know, I do a lot of veggies and fruits, you know, for my lunches and breakfasts and all that. And I use whatever pocket knife or knives I'm carrying to cut those. This is going to be perfect for those little tasks. Opening up things. I mean, you put your hand right up next to the heel. So you're going to be able to do some push cuts and not be far back from the heel, and your hand's locked in place. So if you are me, like if you're actually cutting some cardboard or have to cut a couple pieces of cardboard to flatten them out, you know, I do a lot of cardboard cutting with all the packages that I receive. But this, yeah, I'm not worried about slipping and coming up on the blade because my middle finger is locked right in here, and then my thumb is completely locked. Everything just locks in. Now your pass through. I didn't tell you about that. There is adequate pass through. You have some jimping right here on the inside of the liner lock. It's easy. If you're a fidgeter, you're going to enjoy this knife because it's not going to wear your thumb out. I'm not having to squish or use a lot of pressure. It's not drop shutty. I imagine if they have one that's not stonewash like this, it's probably going to be more drop shutty. But a couple of shakes, if I give it, let's see. Yeah, a couple of shakes will shut it. Or if you already know, you can give it one solid shake and shut it. So, I mean, it's not a drop shutty knife, but I can't take that away from just how fantastic a knife it is already. So let me know what you think about the new Vosteed Mini Acorn. And if you like my content, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. And every Friday night, Beez Blades live at the Hive. Oh, right. From 8:15 Eastern Standard Time to around midnight. We do giveaways. Hundreds of people stop by. It's like Cheers, where everybody knows your name. We talk about knives, and yeah, cheese comes up. We talk about cheese and food, and the dog, and my wife, Mrs. Beez, is always down. We have so much fun. We do a bunch of giveaways, and that's where if you have any questions about this knife, something I didn't mention or something I forgot to mention, that's the place where we get to interact. And I will put links in the description and in the comment section of this video where you can go check this knife out if you want to go look at the specs or get one for yourself. So until I see you again in the lives or the chats or the hive streams, go watch this video. You'll really enjoy that. And then we can talk about both knives and both videos together. And remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.